morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Your host, Alvaro Nunez, to bring you another interesting and exciting guest in the luxury space. Today is going to be about the real estate, and for that, we're flying all the way to California to talk to our friend, Roh Habibi. He's a luxury real estate broker with Sotheby's. He's the broker at the Habibi Group, and he was also a cast member for the $1 Million listing in San Francisco. And he's gonna tell us all about what's going on in the Bay Area that makes it so exciting and so sexy for people to invest in there, and the current market trends, which we all wanna know what's happening in there. So thanks all for joining. There he is.
Yeah,
My man. What's happening, bro?
Good, man. Good. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for taking the time.
Beer, huh?
You like that? That's natural oils and berries, baby.
Yeah, you need to tell me what's the secret. I always struggle with mine. Man, that's a good looking beer. Nice.
How's everything going?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course. How's Miami, man?
Miami's great. You know, I just came back from the Bitcoin conference. I was seeing some of the most amazing people talking about how Bitcoin is revolutionizing every industry, how the disruptors are coming into place. And it's exciting. It's exciting, everything that is going on in here. I know over there is also a big booming, no? What we've been seeing with cryptocurrencies, NFTs, metaverse.
Yeah, no, when it comes to those types of things, I mean, look, granted that they're moving all around the globe and stuff like that, but you got to understand the epicenter is here in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where it all starts. So
I love it.
I applaud places like Miami and South Florida in general and other places for really, really welcoming the tech space and these entrepreneurs and these people that are doing such bright and amazing things. But this is where it's been. This is the Mecca for those bright minds that have came from all over the world to come to live here in the San Francisco Bay Area for so long, because you never know who you're sitting next to at the restaurant. You never know who you're at the coffee shop with. These people that have founded companies together, you'd be very amazed how they've met their co-founders and these types of things. It's all from these networking groups and people that are like-minded, and it's really an amazing place to be. And now that energy is moving to places like Austin, South Florida, and it's really, really cool to be able to see that.
Oh, 100%. And for us, we're lucky because we're seeing such a big momentum of people coming in here and such talented individuals, coming from the Bay Area. So I love to see that bridge of people coming in and out from, let's say, San Francisco, LA, all the way here to South Florida.
Yeah.
So it's very good. But tell us about yourself, bro. Come on. You are a superstar real estate broker. Besides having a majestic beer, you also sell amazing homes. So tell us a bit about yourself.
So I'll kind of give you just the quick little synopsis of just maybe my background and then how I ended up doing kind of what I'm doing now. So I'm a refugee. I'm from the country of Afghanistan. I was born in Kabul. So some of you, probably know where that is nowadays because it's been on the news and media for so long. But so I was born in Afghanistan. There was a war going on, ironically, against the former USSR at the time. It started in 1979. So my father was in the army. When he got discharged from the army, we basically had to get smuggled out of the country in 1984. We stayed in a Pakistani refugee camp for about 7 to 9 months. We finally got sponsored to come over to the United States of America, which we almost didn't actually. We were possibly going to be going to Germany because we got sponsored to go there too. But literally on the same day or within the same couple hours, we had the choice of either to go to Germany or to go to the States. So we ended up choosing to go to the States, and we came here right to the epicenter. We came to the Bay Area. So at that time, my parents were basically just trying to learn English. It was myself, my older brother, my mom, and my dad. And we just came here with scratch, man. Nothing. No English, no money, no education, no nothing. Leaving everything, home, family, life, work, lineage, everything there, coming here to start a brand new life. But what better place to come to than America? And what better place than the Bay Area, right? So quickly,
the American dream, baby.
Yeah, they started, started learning English and got jobs and had more kids. You know what I'm saying? So we have 5 kids in my family. I have 3 brothers and a sister. So, and then we all grew up here and, got educated and went to college and graduated, and everyone has careers and stuff like that. So it's really amazing. That's kind of just the idea to give you a little bit about my background. So grew up, very humble beginnings. Really didn't have much, just constantly learning, figuring things out, reading, and trying to
Wow.
like you
So how
said,
how
really
how do you
accomplish that
get
American dream.
I love it. That's the definition of the American dream. You come from a really tough situation, make it all the way here. And how do you transition from once you're in the States, once you're getting yourself out there, go from humble beginnings all the way to selling some of the most iconic homes?
You got to have an approach of one, you have nothing to lose. Okay, first and foremost, you've already been at the absolute bare bottom. So for you and for myself, like the way that I think about it is the only way that I could possibly go in this trajectory is up. Okay, because I've already
Right.
been with nothing. I've already been like, so in America, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's programs called Section 8. They help you with housing. Okay, they're government funded programs that help you with housing. There's programs that give you food stamps, so you could use the food stamps to go and purchase food, right? So
Hmm.
coming here as an immigrant, as a refugee, we were on those programs to help us get onto our feet. And because of those programs, like I've understood what it really means to have nothing and really work for everything that you're doing, which is a beautiful process and I love it. But I know that all I'm doing is going up now. We're not ever gonna go back. Like my children, they will never ever
Yeah.
know that. Okay, all they know is what our current life and our lifestyle is. So they just
Hmm.
spent 10 days in Turkey and Abu Dhabi and Dubai and jet skiing and skydiving and doing all this stuff. Like they'll
No
never
bad, huh?
understand. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
never understand kind of like where we came from. But it's okay. They shouldn't have to. So the cool thing is from that understanding of like, okay, first I need to get some sort of an education because we don't really have a background. I don't have a network. I don't have people that are going to be able to help me. So got to get schooling going, right? So did
Hmm.
undergrad at San Jose State University, international business, minor in European studies, and then I did grad school at University of California, Berkeley. So I did
Okay.
financial planning and wealth management over there. So I've always had this mentality of understanding of like, okay, if I want to get somewhere, we got to use the street smarts and the tenacity and the fearlessness of being that, refugee immigrant child growing up having nothing, and we have to be able to couple it with learning. So,
Hmm.
like you, podcasts, books, being able to sit with anyone that I could sit with in order to be able to help me just a little bit with a little nugget, like teaching me something of somehow or some way. And the reason why I like books so much is because somebody's entire life work you could
I
possibly
agree with
get
you.
in 6 hours.
Yeah. It's like a
Like,
time machine.
exactly. So if I want to spend time with Gary Vee, if I want to spend time with Grant Cardone, if I want to spend time with Tony Robbins, if I want to spend time with anybody, all I have to do is grab maybe their physical copy of their book or grab it on Audible and listen to it five or
Right.
six
Hmm.
times.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
their entire life's work just went into that book that I just got for $30.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Do you have any
unbelievable to me.
favorite? Do you have any favorite one?
I really like a book by I forgot who wrote it, but it's called Ego is the Enemy. Have
Oh,
you read
wow.
it?
No, 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 no. I'll write it
Yeah.
down now.
Yeah. Hold on, let me
I
show
see
you. I
your
have it right here.
collection behind you. There you go.
Yeah, I got a couple books right here, but this one I would say is definitely a good book. Ego is the Enemy. It's by Ryan Holiday. He's written several really, really good books. But I've liked it a lot because what you said earlier, we're going from a place of having nothing to now, alhamdulillah, having everything, being around, these amazing residences and boats and traveling and doing all these things. And then also doing the real estate television show on Bravo, Million Dollar Listing San
How was
Francisco.
it? How was that for you, man? Tell me about
Amazing,
it.
amazing, amazing. But the reason why this book is important is because, dude, you could lose yourself.
Yeah, that's so
You
true.
get what I'm
So
saying?
true.
You start eating out all the time and traveling to the best destinations on the planet and staying in the best resorts, and you're around all these different people with different energy, and these people are worth 100 million or $1 billion, and you're like you know, you could really lose who you are as an individual. So when I read this book, it kind of regrounded me, to be honest with you,
Oh my God, I
because
love it.
you start living this life and you're like, oh my God, this is my life now, you know. And whereas before it wasn't like that, and
Yeah,
you were on this grind and on this hustle, and then all of a sudden all these doors start opening up, and then you realize like, whoa, this is not really what is in alignment with me as an individual. These are not my values. These are
the
not.
values.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. So that book, that's why I think it's important. It's one of my faves. But just to
great.
touch on kind of what you were talking about for the $1 Million Listing Show, phenomenal experience. We
I
filmed we
bet.
filmed over 10 months in real time. So I think in that time they filmed maybe about 9 or 10 of my transactions, from the listing appointment to the marketing to the staging to the bringing people in, showing the property, to closing it, to selling it off. And it was such an incredible experience
That's awesome.
because one, you're letting the entire world behind the scenes into your life, which is scary as hell, right? Because now there's no veils anymore. It's like
Yeah,
what you are portrayed as on this television is what people are going to think of you as, you know? So it was just, I had a very good relationship with Danielle King, who is the executive producer of $1 Million Listing New York and also San Francisco. And I told her straight up, I said, look, I will do anything for you, for the show, for the success of the show. I will give it to you all. You know what I mean? And she said, I'm glad that you trust me, because the working relationship with the executive producer and the talent that's on the actual show, it's all about trust, right? Because with a little
yeah.
bit of editing, they could have made me look like the worst person on the planet, or with a
True.
little bit of editing, they can make you look like the best person
The
on the
best.
planet.
Yeah, yeah.
So that experience was very fun. It was, you know, it basically catapulted my business and my
Your
platform.
career. Yeah.
Exactly, because think about it, about 20 million people watched that show.
Incredible.
There's no way that I could pay for marketing or advertising or some sort
So
of a
those
budget.
people got to see that beer live and in
Yeah.
action. I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
amazing. Dude,
You're
so
like the
so
you're like the 300 of real estate.
bro, you got to see my body with my shirt off. I look like the 300.
Oh shit! Listen, you were talking about the triathlon. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah, so look, man, I admire what you've done and what you've built, and the fact that you're finishing these Ironmans, and like your head is on so straight, and you're so motivated to do all these amazing things, and you're a complete connector and a networker, and these are things that, you know, one, they're going to take you to the furthest distances on the planet. You're already like traveling around, you know all the right people, you're hanging out with all the right crowds, you're doing so much fun stuff, and you're doing business at the same time, which, you know, I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday. That's ideally what you want, right? Why are we
Hmm.
doing all the things that we're doing? Well, I'm doing the things to earn money so I could live a certain type of lifestyle. So later on, I could feel fulfilled. You know what I mean? Like that's why we're
Totally.
doing all these things. So for me, for you, for anyone else that's watching, we got to understand that everything is a means to an end. And you could want one of two things, or there's one of two things that are motivationally driving you. One could be money, and that's okay because it motivates a lot of people, right? You want to make money to live a lifestyle, to do certain things. Or the opposite is you could have the ego. Now, and I'm not talking about an ego like a bad one, like this one. I'm talking about an ego to be the best, right? What is Alvaro
Hmm.
known as? He's known as the best. What is Roh known as? He's known as the best. If you want property in the San Francisco Bay Area, or you want to be connected to someone all throughout the globe, he is going to be the one that's going to be able to help you do that. If you want dinner reservations at Carbone on Friday night, Alvaro is going to be able to do that. If you want to go, you know, to the Big Island and you want to hang out on, you know, a spread with Mark Zuckerberg and Larry Ellison and all these other people, Roh is going to be able to the guy to get you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So why do people like going to Richard Branson's island? You get what I'm saying? Like they want to
100%.
go there to be around that
Oh
network,
yeah.
because those are all the minds that are doing the things that are helping run this planet now. So
Your
I think
community, your
that's,
tribe.
yeah, that's the strategic positioning that we've done for ourselves, for the Bay Area, for Los Angeles, for South Florida, New York City. all these places, coastal Orange County, like all these places that we love and enjoy going to travel to. We've created business out of them and friendships and relationships out of them. And that's kind of what it all goes back to, right? You have to be able to enjoy everything that you're doing and complement it with really good work and really good ethics. And people should know you for whatever your specialty is.
Man, I love what I'm hearing. You're just preaching completely truth and energy. And I'm telling you, this is great because at the end of the day, it's about building that community and making sure that you design the lifestyle that you want to live. And what's the vehicle that is going to allow you to do that? In this case, for us, is real estate. And, you know, I love to say the same thing over and over. I don't take people to buy homes or sell their homes. I just take them shopping. And when you build that relationship to that point, I mean, you just become that person. Or in this case, that brand, that company, that person for certain people. And this is great. So look, I know you have 1,000 things going on. You're a pretty busy guy. So I wanted to ask you just a question that it's really intriguing, especially because I love your mindset, where your head is at. So what's really luxury to you?
Luxury, I don't define it as a price point at all. Because think about it, you know, I give the same amount of service, the same amount of marketing, advertising, the budgets are all the same, whether if it's a $850,000 home or if it's going to be a $20 million home. Obviously, the marketing is going to be very, very catered to that individual property or whatever the case may be. But the level of service that we're giving, the level of care, attention, that is what focuses on what the luxury is.
I love
the second aspect of the second aspect of luxury, which I think is super important, is lifestyle.
There you go.
It really, really has to do with lifestyle. Like, for example, when I'm entertaining offers on a property, or when I'm speaking to a new buyer, or when I'm getting a new listing, the question really leads with, let's talk about this specific residence. How does it fit into your lifestyle? You get what I'm saying?
Of course. No, it's absolutely right.
There's 7 bedrooms here. Do you really need 7 bedrooms? It's 15,000 square feet. Do you really need 15,000 square feet? Who else is going to be staying here with you? What are you going to be doing with this residence? Is it going to turn into an incubator? Is this just going to be your private residence? Or are you going to be here 2 months out of the year? Like, give me an understanding, a really well-rounded understanding of the lifestyle of this specific property when it comes to you. And then I could be able to guide whether if it's going to be a good purchase or bad, or what we should buy it at or sell it. You know what I'm saying? The whole
100%.
concept of luxury really relates to lifestyle and time, right? Because time for you, for me, for everybody, it's like literally the most vital thing possible. I only have a certain amount of hours and minutes in the day. Right now I'm planted in the Bay Area. You're in Miami. You're going to be in Bali next week for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be here for the rest of the month, but then in Miami, then we're going to meet up on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and we're going to be there for the Formula One.
There you go.
In Miami.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Now I'm thinking, okay, so for this next month, what do I need to do? I need to spend my hours, my minutes, my time on. So when I go to F1 in Miami, I have some really good meetings lined up. I have some great dinners lined up. I'm going to be meeting good friends. We're going to be doing business, but then at the same time, we're all there for a great event. So you're basically, you know, what luxury really kind of means is, dude, how does this lifestyle fit for you? What are you going to do in order to be able to like curate this life? And like you said, life by design, right?
Life by design, baby. That's right.
That's what luxury kind of like means to me. So
no, you definitely said it right there. You know, you use the definitions that really put it in perfect perspective. So no, I do appreciate your time, bro. You're amazing. I love the way you think. I love what you're doing in the Bay Area. I'm very proud of you. Very happy for you. And
no, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And the same goes for you. I can't wait till we see each other in Miami. This is, 100%. You know, this is awesome. Like, this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? We're literally on dual sides of the coast of the United States of America. We're having a great call. A lot of people are benefiting from this. And obviously, if you guys want to call, text, email, reach out to me. You could reach out to me on Instagram. It's no problem. I'm going to be answering all the DMs myself.
Follow this guy. Follow him. Come on. He's a legend.
So, yeah, man, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate anybody who's watching this right now. And looking forward to seeing all you guys in person at one point or another, and reference this, be like, hey, we saw you on Instagram Live with Alvaro, and that's what it's all about.
That's awesome. No, thank you so much, my friend, for being here today. We'll make sure to post it across all social media platforms so those that just tuned in or missed it could watch it later on.
Awesome.
And keep on doing what you're doing, man. Spreading
Thank
love,
you,
adding value,
Appreciate
and
it.
selling the
Yeah.
amazing homes.
Yeah.
See you soon,
let's
okay?
go!
Can't wait
All
to
right,
see you,
guys.
my friend. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Thank you.
Cheers.